schoolers using e-cigarettes or vaping.
Schoolers and high schoolers have been using products that are used in vaping, and they're taking some of that to school, e-cigarettes.
By the University of Michigan sampled teens from all over the country in grades 8th, 10th, and 12th. Parents might be surprised just how young teens are vaping.
This is another teen trend. Parents and school administrators across the country are on high alert. Teenagers are using a vaping device with super high doses of nicotine. This is being referred to as juuling.
New danger threatening our kids, and it can be so hard to detect. It could be happening right in front of you, and you would never know it. We're talking about juuling. It's a discreet way of vaping that's popular with teens, but it's a phenomenon most parents have never heard of.
Vaping has become an epidemic in schools all across the United States. In schools, this act can be easily done in the bathrooms, parking lot, the library, and even the classrooms. To fully understand why vaping in schools has become such a popular trend, we will closely examine Cambridge High School on making a vapor.
If you're a high schooler, you've definitely heard about the controversial topic of vaping. And if you haven't, you're either a liar or you're homeschooled.
To further investigate the issue, we thought a good first step was to interview Cambridge's principal, Dr. Spurka, to get an insider look on what the staff is doing to destroy this vape nation. So what kind of programs or methods is Cambridge using in the prevention and perhaps the monitoring of the usage?
We've communicated with our PE classes. Some of our teachers are talking with students about that. We continue to work with our class, and we have class meetings. We talk to our 9th graders during GROW, and it's just getting the word out there. And I think the hard thing for us is stay on top of the information, because there's things that range from basic nicotine to cannabis oil. There's things that range that we don't know. It's hard for us to track. Mm-hmm. But as we learn more, we will continue to communicate with our students and our families.
Yeah.
With our students and our families.
Yeah. Cool. So that's interesting. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, honestly, like, it's easy to see students even vaping at lunch. Like, you could look across the courtyard and see little clouds of smoke. It's not like it's not obvious.
Right, and it's like he mentions that they're talking to students and they're having these programs to do so, but what are they actively doing? You know, like getting the word out is one thing, but are they actively, you know, looking for people who actually vape in those clouds?
Or is it just like when they happen chance to see someone doing it, they call them out?
Exactly.
And so the question arose, did anyone actually care about this issue? We took to the students to find out an answer.
James Ferguson, what is the biggest problem plaguing Cambridge High School?
Plaguing Cambridge High School? Bratty kids.
Well, there's a lot of problems.
What is the biggest problem at Cambridge High School?
There are toilets in the vape lounge.
Pause.
The teachers' attitudes.
What do you think is the biggest problem at Cambridge High School?
A lack of parking. Too much schoolwork. There are no problems, it's perfect.
What is the biggest problem at Cambridge High School?
I don't know, there's a lot.
What is the biggest problem at Cambridge High School?
School spirit. Yeah, we love school spirit. School spirit. Nice.
Those student interviews got us nowhere. It seemed almost as if none of the students really cared at all about the issue of vaping in high school. So we decided to ask a couple of teachers.
So how aware do you guys think the teachers are about the vaping situation here at Cambridge?
It depends. If they have teenagers of their own, they're probably aware. It's very easy to conceal, so I think it is difficult for teachers to know. Unless they use the restrooms and it smells like strawberry shortcake, and then something's going on. So,
where are the biggest places do you guys think students go to vape?
Restrooms
for sure.
And stairwells.
Nice.
Stairwells and nowhere.
Cool.
Next, we sought out to track the increased usage of these products in the school environment.
Do you recall roughly the amount of incidents involving the use of e-cigarettes when the school first opened?
When the school first opened 6
Yes.
years ago,
Yeah.
I know the answer is simple, 0.
Right, cool. And so, would you say that the number of incidents augmented in the recent years?
Absolutely, especially more this year. We started to become more aware around November, December, and it's kind of gone down a little bit. But we had a spike around January, February. We had a spike in the incidents where kids were actually carrying those or were actually using them.
Cool.
This actually brings up a really good point because at the beginning when Cambridge first opened, there was 0 right here, and it gradually increased up to here.
Yeah,
Gone
I get
down
that.
recently.
Oh, yeah. But that's still a really high number. You go from 0 to like a lot, you know what I mean?
Like 16.
Yeah, like 16 probably is a really good number, really good estimate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a really good point.
To continue, and totally at the demise of our search histories, we dug around at the website of Juul, whose products a lot of high schoolers own and use on a daily basis. And a first look glance at the website, it looks aesthetic and it's appealing to the consumer. And what stuck out the most is their slogan of how simple Juul is. You just simply plug it in and you go. No hassle, no fuss. Continuing to explore the Juul website, we stumbled upon their Youth Education Awareness and Prevention Program, and they basically state that they're totally against youth using their products, but if the number of users is augmenting, how well are these prevention programs working? Even more, the site even acknowledges that Juul's products are for recovering smokers only, and that it often has negative implications for non-smokers who use it, so why isn't more being done to keep this from happening? We also interviewed self-proclaimed vapor Will Moore about the issue.
Alright, so, are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, so, first question, do you vape?
Yes.
Okay, how often do you vape?
Twice a day.
Twice a day. Alright, where do you get the stuff that you need for vaping, like the Juul or the vape or the pods or anything like that?
Like, I'm 18, so I can go get it like at a vape shop.
Alright, how do people who are younger than 18 get the stuff they need?
Kids that are 18?
Okay, so students sell vapes and vape products at school regularly?
Yes.
Alright, how many of your friends do it?
You want like a number or just like a lot?
I mean, yeah, like if you had to guess, like percentage-wise.
I'd probably say 3 and 4.
3 out of
3 and 4.
Okay, so a good bit, yeah. All right, so what would have to happen for you to get you to stop vaping?
What do you think? I don't know, my parents to catch me. That's probably about it.
All right. Do you think there's anything that schools could do to get kids to stop vaping?
No way.
No?
No way.
All right. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
All right. See ya.
This documentary was never about roasting kids who just want to make clouds. This documentary was never about exposing the inherent consequences of vaping. Instead, we hope this video is an eye-opener for many of you. For many of you, this video confirms your notions about vaping, and for others, this video made you aware of this situation. Vaping being a relatively new and upcoming way to take the edge off, becomes a doorway to perhaps other topics of discussion such as what is so harmful about vaping? How does vaping affect oneself in the long run? Will the use of vaping products eventually diminish over time? Does vaping contribute to acid rain? What is vaping? Where is vaping? Why is vaping?